the timing! He posts this absurd witness testimony about David Hearn ripping up the reflecting pool coating and acid on the grass, then immediately pivots to Will Scharf replacing Warrington as White House counsel. It's a classic distraction play, noise to cover the signal. The market knows he's shuffling the deck chairs while the narrative burns.
The tape didn't even twitch, Mara. Ethereum edged up 0.13% to 26th percentile and Bitcoin edged up 0.07% as 20th percentile. That is the sound of a market shrugging at a story about pool coatings and legal hires. You're treating administrative churn like an earthquake because you have nothing else to hold on to.
You call it a shrug, I call it the calm before he drops the real hammer. He's amplifying that Gary Player golf link, and then hitting us with black and brown voters don't want communism, while claiming they remember Lincoln was a Republican. That's not chatter, that's ground game signaling. He's painting the picture for the base, and when he flips the switch, the tape will snap.
It snapped nowhere. Your ground game resulted in a who knows how much point move in crypto that would have happened while he was tying his shoes. You're obsessed with the Lincoln line because you want it to matter, but statistically, a tweet about Civil War history has zero correlation with capital allocation. The market isn't listening to history lessons, it's ignoring them.
And then there's the Iran graph he shared, 1 million Iranian rial, 0.53 cents with a trash can icon. He's not just posting golf, he's projecting economic dominance and instability abroad to justify domestic strength. He's touting a number as an allowance purse for a horse race to show off wealth, but the subtext is geopolitical pressure. That's a signal of power.
It's a trash can icon next to a currency chart you clearly don't understand, Mara. He posted an image saying currency is trash, and your brain heard geopolitical masterstroke. The tape shows the market is completely indifferent to his foreign policy caricatures. You're inventing stakes where there are none.
Indifferent. He links that FT headline about Hillary Clinton accepting the Gaza plan as the best option, because even an implacable opponent agrees. That is a massive narrative shift he's engineering. By quoting her concession, he's validating his own policy while undermining her credibility. The market sees the political consolidation. You're too busy staring at your little crypto percentile to see the realignment.
The market saw a link to an article and moved up 0.13% because algorithms trade volatility, not nuance. You're conflating correlation with causation again. He shared a headline about Hillary, you heard political realignment. The tape heard nothing but generic flow. Your panic over a 26th percentile move is statistically hilarious.
It's not panic, it's pattern recognition. He posts about 51 years of bad behavior and then shows that Alfred E. Newman comparison with the gap-toothed photo. It's a coded dig at his opponent's mental state or physical appearance, weaving in personal attacks to keep the base agitated. That's how you build a loyal army, not through boring policy memos.
You're reading tea leaves into a cartoon of a Mad Magazine character because you need every post to be a coded dig. He posted a picture of Alfred E. Newman and another guy with gaps in their teeth, and you've written a dissertation on psychological warfare. The tape doesn't care about your interpretation of dental hygiene.
Because the tape is blind to intent. He's using that Iran has no money graph to signal fiscal weakness in adversaries while he posts about Trump Turnberry. It's a dual strategy. Weaken the enemy's currency perception and boost his own brand of strength. The market notices these dual moves eventually, Decker. When the narrative turns, it turns fast.
The market noticed nothing because there was no move to notice beyond the ambient noise of crypto edging up, less than a big number of a percent. You're chasing ghosts in his feed, Mara, and you're exhausted from staring at a ticker that moves on its own whims while you try to justify your obsession with his golf and vandalism claims.
That's the show. We're on Spotify and YouTube. If this earned it, like, subscribe, tell a friend. And housekeeping, the machine that writes this gets tuned constantly for cleaner news. The numbers are real, the jokes are not.